Hi everyone, welcome to the BTN Student U Men's Soccer Preview Show. I'm Mary-Kate Hamilton alongside Josh Eastern, and since the last time we did this, the Hoosiers have claimed another 2 road victories. Josh, what can you say about these?
Yeah, it's impressive going on the road and winning, especially at the places they've won. At Notre Dame against a top 10 team, and at Wisconsin, a place where they don't play well at all, haven't won there in quite some time, and they've struggled against Wisconsin in the past. So this team going on the road and getting wins is absolutely huge for their confidence, and that's why they're the number 2 team in the country.
It's a good sign. I mean, they've had some success on the road last couple of years, so I don't think there's any intimidation. It's still hard. It's aware. You got, still some teams and programs that haven't even started school yet, and yet we're in the midst of the first round of a lot of activity and academically. So anytime you travel, it puts extra stress, and there's nothing like playing here at Armstrong. So I'm pleased with our results. I'm pleased with our performance for most segments, and that's a good sign for us. Heading into this once we kind of trip this first third of the season.
Based on these past 2 games, where do you think the team is right now?
I think they're in a very good spot. I think they're continually getting better, and that's just what this team needs to do. They don't want to be playing their best soccer now. You want to be playing your best soccer come the start of November and in the middle of November when the tournament comes around. But, Andrew Gutman's scoring goals like crazy. Trevor Swartz is assisting. He's the assist leader in the country with 8 assists. It's impressive what this team's doing right now.
Coach Yeagley and even Trevor Swartz talked a lot about how a lot of this team is playing 50 or 60 minutes. Not a whole lot of this team is playing 90 minutes. What do you think this says about the depth of this team?
The depth on this team is just pretty remarkable, actually. You have Trevor Swartz coming off the bench in some situations, and he leads the nation in assists. You have Corey Thomas coming off the bench. You have Austin Poncho coming off the bench. But all those guys can also come in and start, and it's just remarkable what they're doing. Spencer Glass, even, when Griffin Dorsey was gone with the U20 team, Glass was in and they didn't miss a beat. They have so much depth in that midfield and up top with Palazzolo. It's crazy what they're doing right now, to be honest.
Yeah, when you play less, it's really simple. It's just your legs are more fresh, especially when you're coming at people like teams like Wisconsin. They don't have as much depth, so when you're rotating, say like a Spencer Glass, Austin Poncho, all the other guys, it's kind of tough to deal with when you have that many weapons.
And now looking ahead to Evansville this Friday, what do you expect to see?
This is an Evansville team that is probably not the toughest team on Indiana's schedule, but it's still a road game. It's an in-state team that they're going to play, so it's going to be tough to go down there and get a result, but they're definitely the alpha dog in this game, being the number 2 team in the country. I don't think they should have too many issues down there.
Being the alpha dog, what do you think they have to still learn from this game?
I think this is a game where they can work on their rotations, because as Yeagley was talking about during availability, is he's still trying to find that recipe of success, of how he wants to play those players in the midfield, because you play those guys for 50 to 60 minutes, but how do you fill in those other 30 to 40 minutes? So I think that's what games like these does for Indiana.
All right, well, 3 road games in a row. We will be back next week. For Josh Eastern, I'm Mary-Kate Hamilton.